the Lord even in serving our country out there. I thank all my brothers and sisters here in Meru, those of you who have hosted us here for the last 2 days, and all of you wonderful Christians of this church who have received us. We are in this because we want to make a honest, open, and sincere contribution to our country. There's nothing more you can do as a patriot to your country than to serve it, and serve it honestly. We want to serve very sincerely. There are challenges in this country. As of this morning I was counting, over 15 schools are closed. We have very fundamental challenges. In fact, today, I would like to step out of the political thing and speak as a responsible parent and a responsible citizen, and ask our president, the minister, and the people in the education sector. It's abundantly clear that you have a problem and you have a crisis. And there is no reason why to be arrogant and refuse to accept what everyone can see. Muko na shida. And the sector has been very badly mismanaged. Next week, when we have the retreat with my colleagues in the opposition, I'm going to plead with them that we now look for an opportunity for an all-parties conversation on the education sector in the country. Because you see, we can keep pointing fingers at the government and blaming the government and saying this and saying that. We look like irresponsible people. Our children are suffering, and we are spending time calling each other names, saying it's him who's wrong, it's her who has not done this, it's this one who has not done this. Personally, I would like to say sincerely, as a believer, that on that one issue, we can have whatever political differences we have or whatever it is, but on that one issue, and I hope His Excellency, our President, because we respect the Constitution and we have to respect the Constitution. William Ruto is our President under the law, and we have not suspended the Constitution. So I hope our President will see it as a genuine and sincere need for us to have an all-parties conversation on the education sector in the country. Because it's a crisis, and it is going to blow up sooner than we think. Because when you see the number of kids we are losing in school, 21 burning to ashes, 16 dead, and as my brother says, principals are not able to run schools, they have no money, and the cost is going through the roof, 110,000. We look at those fee schedules, I look at them, I have relatives, we are educating people. I don't think there's anybody here who's not educating a child, even if they are not yours biologically. We're educating a lot of people, relatives and so on. I ask myself, who's going to pay a national school fee of 115,000? The reason why we were putting money in education when we were in the government is so that we make education available and affordable to everybody. Because it's the equalizer to all of us. Sisi tunataka watoto waende shule, waendelee kusoma. And we must manage the sector responsibly. There are some solutions that I think, instead of looking like we are criticizing the government all the time, there are some solutions that are within reach. I would advise, this is unsolicited, I don't have to advise the president, but if I was there myself, I would appoint a PS in charge of transition and the new curriculum. That's what we advised Uhuru. Uhuru had a PS in charge of curriculum and transition to focus on how we're implementing the CBC. I would cut down the wastage of government by over 50% and pour all that money in education and health so that you stabilize the social sectors. I would pull in people for conversations. The Seventh-day Adventist Church has invested in education. Look, many of our churches, the Catholic Church, we used to have endless conversations with the Conference of Catholic Bishops and our pastors because they have a stake, they have an interest. Dr. Mtero here, who leads the education sector and one of our leaders in the church, you can't assume they don't know what is supposed to be done. We listen to them, we sit down with them and work with them. And then slowly we work with the professionals. I would ask the president to get a caucus of these people, plus the role players like the Secondary School Sets Association and so on, and have a honest, all-parties conversation on the crisis in the education sector. Otherwise, we are going to lose all our children, we are going to lose our generation, and it's not good for the country. So, I will plead with my colleagues, even those ones in the opposition, safari tuweke sasa shida zetu kidogo kando na tofauti zetu kwa hii issue moja tu ya elimu ya watoto wetu. Tukae chini tuone vile tunaweza kuzungumza, and I hope the government will also be reasonable and stop being arrogant and face the challenges they face. And the president can get competent people, they are there in the country. Even within his own group, he has competent people. Let him look inside. He doesn't even have to go outside his group. He can get more competent people within his own group to assist him to move this forward. Finally, mimi nawaomba Wakristo wenzangu wa Adventista, mutuombee, because the first thing we ask for is prayers. And I ask for prayers here genuinely standing near the pulpit for two reasons. Pray for us